For Hype Plus News, I'm Symphony Thompson. The country continues to be invested in the ongoing rap battle between two of the biggest hip-hop stars out right now, Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Over the weekend, both rappers would release multiple tracks aimed at one another, and of course, everyone online is chiming in with their own opinions. After the Saturday evening release of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, DJ Vlad would insert himself into the discussion, criticizing the track's mixing. Due to the fact that many have a problem with Vlad being involved in cultural topics, his opinion did not go over well. That day, he would post a tweet that read, "Kendrick's Not Like Us needed a better mix. It takes away from the song." The one tweet received backlash on the platform as online users would ask Vlad to sit this topic out, with many even accusing him of being a culture vulture and colonizer. One online user, Morgan Jerkins, would also respond to Vlad, reciting similar rhetoric as everyone else. Jerkins would write, "You are white. This is a black folk affair." After doing some research on her social media profile, Vlad would respond to that tweet with, "Wait, so a professor at Princeton is telling me that a white person shouldn't be allowed to voice their opinion about hip hop. Is that how you interact with your students?" She would clarify and elaborate, "What I'm saying is that you put your opinion in a discussion that's not needed. This conversation is and should center around black people, not you." However, Vlad would once again respond, this time with a threat that didn't go over too well online. He said, "Don't try to change your words now. I'll be reaching out to Princeton about this on Monday." After this tweet was published, many would accuse Vlad of proving her point, as he immediately resort to contacting Jerkins' employer to try to get her fired, while tagging Princeton in his own tweets in the process. However, Jerkins would then tell Vlad that the semester is over and her contract has been completed. Luckily, that didn't stop social media from rallying behind Jerkins and offering her support. One user would write, "LOL, this literally weaponized his whiteness to prove a point that he could." And y'all in the comments like, "Go Vlad, boy playing a dangerous game." Certain folks react to certain differently. Ross spared him for telling, "Not everybody gonna do that." Comedian Kev on stage would even give his opinion by tweeting, "Vlad is whack for a myriad of reasons, but in this, you can tell he saw a black woman in a predominantly white university and tried to use his whiteness against her. Disgusting." A user on TikTok would recap the situation online for her followers, which was then reposted to Twitter with the caption, "Pay attention and watch witness work." DJ Vlad was told this is a black folk affair, and his immediate response was to try to get a black woman fired because this was a space for black people about black people. And him being told this isn't for him means she needs to be fired.
It's a very colonizer thing to do. I truly hope that hip-hop artists are paying attention to what this man is doing. He is a guest into black culture. He is not of black culture. And he is trying to get a black woman fired for talking about her culture and saying, "This is our space. This is not for you to chime in. This is our space." That's all she said. And he feels the punishment for saying that you do not exist in our space is to get her fired. That's extreme, but yes.
As those online continue to voice their outrage when it came to DJ Vlad, on Monday morning, he would take to Twitter to write, "Since it's Monday, let me clear the air and state that I never had any intention of filing a complaint to Princeton for former Professor Morgan Jerkins saying that white people aren't allowed to comment to Kendrick Lamar's music. She trolled me and I trolled back. At the end of the day, it created an interesting discussion about race relations in America. I will be discussing it further in my future interviews." Now, it didn't take Jerkins long to respond to Vlad's cleanup attempt. Jerkins would respond to Vlad's tweet with, "A lie. He tagged my employer multiple times with the intention to professionally harm me. I didn't troll. I centered black people in a discussion on hip hop and told him to stand down because it's not his space. He's backtracking because he miscalculated. By the way, stop contacting my family." Of course, Vlad's tweet telling everyone he had no intention of filing a complaint to Princeton received even more criticism than his initial comment. Many would agree with Jerkins and accuse Vlad of lying because he tagged Princeton several times in his own tweets. As of now, Vlad hasn't responded to Jerkins' latest post, but continues to get dragged on social media from those who've always had a problem with his platform. But what do you guys think of people calling out DJ Vlad for trying to get a black professor fired? Let us know in the comments below. Stay up to date with the latest news and comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel. Check out Hype Market for all your cool and original merchandise. And for our YouTube viewers, if you like this story, send us a super thanks by hitting the button below, and you can tip us what you want to show your support. For Hype Plus News, I'm Symphony Thompson.
Wow, I didn't know that either. Enjoy this story? We got stories like this when you're a member at hypersclub.com. Being a member of the Hypers Club means you're the one to get the first access to these exclusive moments. The only way to see is to join the hype.